Hey there, Dr. Story here. We're talking about the 4 pillars of health. These are the most important, in my opinion, things about health that we should be concentrating on. And the 2 I'm going to talk about today is diet and exercise, coming with a little bit of a challenge to you as well. But I've noticed with my friends, and including myself, that at home, with the stay-at-home being quarantined, I've hit that cupboard a little too many times, if you know what I mean. All right? Too many simple complex carbs are being added to my diet that I shouldn't have, okay? And so I've noticed with my friends too, and some other folks that I've talked with, that they're having the same issues because we're quarantined, we have a little bit higher stress levels, we don't know what to do ourselves, and so food may be one of those bad habits that we've had during stressful times. So, diet. I challenge you to come up with an app in your phone, an application that keeps track of macronutrients. So that's your fats, your proteins, and your carbohydrates, okay? We wanna try and maintain and lower our carbohydrates to about 20 grams in a day, okay? Sometimes 30 if you can, okay? So 20 to 30 grams of carbohydrates in a day. And I challenge you to keep your carbohydrates in that range. Everything else is free game, okay? Because if you look at paleo, if you look at keto, plant-based even, okay, those areas, the fats and the proteins, are going to be the ones that the ratio kind of adjust a little bit. With keto, you're going to have higher fat percentage. With paleo, you're going to have higher protein percentage, okay? But it doesn't matter. Either one of those diets, you're going to just be able to decrease the amount of carbohydrates. And that's my challenge to you. Decreasing your carbohydrates, staying out of the cupboards, staying out of the simple carb complex to avoid for your diet, okay? Eat more fruits and vegetables right now. Okay, and I'm sure we all know this. I'm just reiterating this so we can all stay safe and healthy. They've noticed with COVID-19 hypertension levels with those that have died from COVID-19, meaning you're more likely to get infected and have a more difficult time staying away from COVID-19 or getting better if you have higher hypertension levels or higher blood pressure levels, okay? So make sure your diet is on point here, okay? And then number 2 is exercise. When we're not getting the adjustments, we need to try and do our best to still move. And I would suggest 3 times, 15 minutes, 3 times a day. So a total of 45 minutes a day at the minimum, if you can, okay? Walking, it doesn't have to be something strenuous like, oh yeah, I need to do a mile this day or 2 miles next day or 3 miles, whatever it is, okay? It just needs to be you're outside, you're moving in a way where your whole body is moving. Walks are great. If you can run a little bit, fantastic. But the idea is for you to keep out moving. They're suggesting right now that you need to wear a mask when you're outside. I would also encourage that if you can. Because that's what the state wants us to do. And then, do your best to stay away within the 6 feet of social distancing. I've heard the Garden of Gods right now is just like flooded with people. So I wouldn't suggest going there and going on for a walk. But other places that are local, it's going to be crowded as much as people are going to get outside. But my encouragement is to get outside and to start moving again if you haven't already, and to keep moving. Okay, so diet we've gone over a little bit, and exercise we've gone over. Those are the 2 pillars that I'm suggesting right now you focus on. Get an app on your phone, keep track of your macronutrients, and then exercise. Do your best to maybe get a stopwatch and go a certain distance that you can do on a regular basis, and then time to see how fast you can improve that time with a little bit of a walk or a jog, something to keep track and to keep your sanity, okay? So those are the 2 things I'm talking about today, and I encourage you to facilitate in your lives right now. Dr. Story, all the best to you, and keep yourself healthy and safe. All the best.